Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Around the Cauldron. This is episode number 7. Look at this. We're in a timely manner. We're all smiling. We're all having fun, right?
I want to die.
Fair enough. So I
kidding.
am your host. I am Chris. Always good-looking Chris, even when I haven't showered in 3 weeks. And then to my right is Tyler, who is... I was going to think of something funny, but it's not coming in there.
It's Tyler.
It's Tyler. Just
Hi.
plain ordinary Tyler.
Hi.
And then to my left, the one, the only, the
Resident emo boy.
Semi-emo,
Yeah.
Corey.
Wow. How unceremonious.
Well, you know, I am MC Booty Stank, so master of ceremonies, or
That
master
was-
of cuckery.
That was very unceremonious for an MC, though.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the here. Yeah, there we go. So thank you, everyone, for listening and watching.
Pause now for station identification.
Yeah, 97.9 WTI. What was that? What was the Family Guy one? What was it? The whatever something in the douche. What was that?
The same episode that Brian and Stewie got Dingo and the baby started up?
Yeah, Dingo and the baby. Yeah, and then it was like Baby in the Douche or whatever it was. But, well, I guess we'll just get into our first segment, Freaking and Geeking. Tyler, what are you freaking and geeking about, man?
Oh, man, I wasn't ready.
That's what I like to do. I like to switch it up right there.
Whoa.
It's like how I have sex, too. I put a hood on, and then I put a hood off, and then
God,
I
the
get someone else, too.
completionist.
What are you going to do?
The completionist, I see it on your TV, completed Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm going to have to watch that.
For sure.
Oh, man. Anyway, so I guess the biggest thing is I saw Joker.
Dude, I want to see it so bad.
I saw it on Sunday.
I do need to see it.
And
I've heard it's phenomenal.
And objectively, is it a good movie?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Is it a Batman Joker movie?
It can be.
All I heard that it throws like a bone. It throws a little fan service out.
It does.
That's pretty much all I heard. It relates to Batman itself.
I don't really care if it did have anything to like remotely
There's
tie Batman.
there's a little more Batman-ish details in there than you would think.
Okay.
And they link some stuff, and they do some callbacks to some older movies.
Sorry if everyone heard me
Perhaps
finishing off my smoothie.
That sounded
perhaps
yummy.
Tim Burton's first Batman movie is all I'm gonna really say about that. So
Interesting.
I would watch that
Now-
first, then
now
go
wait a
see this
minute.
movie.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Tim Burton's first Batman, is that the one with
Yes.
Jack in it?
Yeah. Jack. as
Okay,
Joker.
but his origin story would be completely retconned if it was.
No. It's not supposed to be the same. There's a callback to it, as in a reference.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Also, this movie is supposed to take place in 1981.
Speaking of
Ooh.
Batman, PlayStation had Batman Arkham Knight for free.
Nice.
So you better believe that I downloaded that.
Oh, do you want to see this dumpster fire?
No. I
Too
hope you
bad
clicked
we're
it
watching.
anyway.
Well, it's the best out of the 4.
The Tim Burton. I love that they say Tim Burton superhero movie. Oh my God! Look how
Wow, that's terrible.
look how terrible that is.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
But Jack Nicholson's scenes were really cool. He stole
I
my
ever
balloons.
wonder how I got these scars.
He stole my balloons.
You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I punch people.
But it's so campy, and that's what's so good about it. But anyways,
Exactly. Anyway, yeah.
going
So,
so
I
fast.
saw that. I really, really liked it. Yeah, he has 50 cal machine guns on that Batmobile, doesn't he? Yeah, those aren't rubber bullets, ladies and gents.
them real bullets.
Them's
Jesus.
The Batmobile dropped murder balls.
It's true.
That is the lamest. I'm Batman. I'm sorry. I'm Batman.
Should I do a really minor spoiler about Batman?
Why not?
He's not in the movie.
No shit.
What?
Yeah. Well, he is and he isn't, but he's not like he's definitely not in the suit. Throw that out there.
This is hard to look away.
I know.
It's so bad.
Your lips
it's-
are so big.
Okay. That's
Anyway.
enough of
That's
that.
enough. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I recommend. Definitely go see it.
I mean, that's a 1989 movie. How
Yeah.
good are the effects going to be on?
They're going to be
For
1980.
1989, it's
They're
actually
going to be
not terrible.
1989.
Especially when
effects.
Batman's murdering everyone in the streets.
Exactly. Got a car, drops bombs, has machine guns. It's bulletproof. It's long and sexy.
He's basically the Punisher.
He's Punisher.
Long and sexy.
It's like, that's what I call my cock. The Punisher.
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile.
With its 2 murder balls.
Cue theme song. Anyway, yeah, so saw that.
Yep.
Really enjoyed it. Want to go see it again. Let's see what else. Oh, I started watching an older show off Netflix
Yeah.
called The Frankenstein Chronicles
Oh, yeah.
with Sean Bean. So far, 3 episodes in, he hasn't died
I
yet.
was about to say, he's still alive?
He's still alive.
Impressive.
So we're doing a really good
Most
job.
Impressive.
Basically, he's to give you some backstory, he's an investigator at the waterfront in England, and bodies are washing up, and they're a hodgepodge of work of different kid body parts, and they're coming to life, and he's trying to figure out why.
That sounds wild.
And get this, Mary Shelley exists in the show, and her book has already been out. So he goes to her, and there's kind of like a mystery going on. And it's like, hey, how do you know about all of the science that you're writing about in this book? And she's like, I made it all up. And then there's like way more stuff going on in the background than you realize.
Okay.
And also, the king from Nightfall is her brother, and he is cutting people open
My guy.
at his asylum.
Would you call it a real slice of life show?
Sure.
Some would say it's a cut above the rest.
Oh.
They do a lot of cutting in that first episode, tell you what. They're like, hey, look at this body. Now it's in pieces.
Great.
And I'm like, delicious. Finally, some good fucking food.
That's our Tyler.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Corey.
I saw someone showed me a meme of Gordon Ramsay eating ass, and it had that quote on it. I'm not even joking. I just went.
Jesus.
That's right. That's a
Where did you saute this in? This is terrible.
It's
Tight.
fucking raw.
See, I would do the Great Bakery, Great Bake Shop.
Great British
Great British
Bake
Bake Off. And then it'd be like soggy bottom. Whatever the old lady is, soggy bottom.
Stop.
So,
So-
Corey, what are you freaking,
What are you freaking about, man?
Let's start with the music news.
Okay,
Now, you see me wearing a New Year's Day shirt.
right.
Now,
I do.
The singer of New Year's Day.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that was Genesis. I get him confused. Sorry.
You know, that was really just not funny.
Good. Mission accomplished.
We love
So,
it.
I was trying to
Her-
pick the most obscure lead singer of a band.
Genesis ain't that obscure. But anyway,
You try to get someone under the age of 16 to know who Phil Collins is or Genesis.
anywho, her side band, the Haxons,
Yep.
announced their first ever live show
I did see that
out
earlier
in
today.
Los Angeles. I just saw this
Dang.
today. Yeah, that's the problem though. It's at the Viper Room in Los Angeles.
One night
but-
only.
But how are you going to get that close to the guitarist for Rob Zombie ever again? By the way, if I had won the lottery, I would be there in a second. There's
Well,
no
if he
doubt
makes
in my-
another movie, he'll have some time off, and then they can go tour.
you know, Rob's gonna make another movie.
I know.
You know that's gonna happen.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the other thing I was gonna say.
Isn't he making another movie?
I have a copy of 3 from Hell.
Oh, a copy. A copy. I wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge.
wink.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Tight.
But no, we need to have a movie-thon then.
Yeah.
All 3, one night, one big circle jerk of fun.
We'll make
Yeah.
T-shirts.
We'll make t-shirts.
Everybody will be dressed as Captain Spaulding, and we'll all be smoking cigars.
Don't you like clowns?
I don't like
Aren't we
clowns.
fucking funny?
I don't like clowns. Why? They taste funny.
Anyway, so what am I geeking about? Okay, so there was this book series from when I was younger.
Okay.
A fantasy book series.
Right.
And all the books were, you might know it just when I finish describing. Each book was marked with like a different gemstone on the front.
Okay. Not ringing any bells.
Now, I'll tell you the title in a second.
Okay.
Because I figured it out today, what it was called. I thought it was a goddamn figment of my imagination. Literally, for years.
When you're like a little kid, I mean, when you're
I was
younger.
in like middle school when I first found out
okay, so a
about
little
this.
kid still.
So, granted, that was half my life ago. Literally, half my life ago.
Yeah.
And so, I was just sitting there, bored at work today. There was no patients there. And I was like, I wonder, was I crazy about this? So I Googled it. And sure enough, there it was, the entire series, first story arc of Deltora Quest.
What is it called?
Deltora Quest.
Deltora Quest.
And
heard of
they're
it.
all there. You can buy them in a set. There's
Pretty
3
sure-
arcs. There's
Pretty
3
sure
arcs.
it's
It's also an
show.
anime.
Yeah, because Brandon
Huh?
and Bryant were like super all about it for a
Whoa,
long time.
cool.
Yeah. Thought I was crazy for years. Years thought I was crazy. Thought my brain made it
Yeah.
up.
Bryant,
That's okay.
Bryant
For like 2 years, I thought Aragorn, that book. I thought,
Aragon.
or Aragon, excuse me, not Aragorn. That's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I was like, was that a
Wait.
book or a movie, or did I just have like a fever dream?
Turns out it's both and a video game.
Whoa, look at the quality in this. What is this, like 360p?
Yeah.
I'm
360i?
pretty sure the anime for Deltora Quest came out in like the 90s.
It did. And it's super hard to find. This is not Deltora Quest, by the way. That's
It said Deltora Quest
It's a
teaser
lie.
trailer.
Oh, well, maybe that's supposed to be like a new Deltora Quest, but yeah,
Maybe.
that's the crappy animation.
There we go.
version everyone
There we
loves.
go.
Yeah. Leaf.
There he
Leaf
is.
Erikson?
Barda.
It is Leaf Erikson. right?
It is.
My guy.
And this lady, Jasmine.
Of course, her name is Jasmine, and she's green.
Yeah, racist.
Real
Typical.
creative.
Yeah, but basically like see
Oh yeah, the gemstones.
and like so basically there are gemstones that were supposed to go into a belt. So basically a fantasy version of Thanos.
I was gonna say, so it
And-
sounds like an Infinity.
Once I have the Infinity Belt, I'll be able to hold my pants up.
It's super nice.
And shiny.
But-
a game too.
I guess.
apparently.
Wow.
But like I literally thought I was crazy for years, and like my brain, and every time I had brought it up, no one knew what the hell I was talking about. I was like, it's a book series, and they
Ask
had
Bryant.
it was
He'll know
fantasy,
all
and there
about
were
it.
gems on the
Oh,
covers.
I bet he read every single
He
book
did
right
because
there.
him and Brandon were watching the anime like 4 years ago when they first met on YouTube.
And like literally, I found out about it, and I was psyched today. I was psyched. I was so excited.
He was so excited that he wasn't crazy.
I seriously
You'll always
thought-
be crazy in our
I
hearts.
seriously thought my brain made it up. Like I thought it was like something that was completely of my imagination, and because no one knew what the hell I was talking about for years. That shows you guys.
So I guess what I'm kind of like freaking and geeking on. So I guess like in the geek part of me. So I came across. Do you guys know the Batman Who Laughs?
Yes, Man Who Laughs.
Oh, dude, I'm super like wanting to read this now.
It's a great story.
So it's a terrifying incarnation of Bruce Wayne who led an invasion from the dark multiverse. I guess he debuted in the crossover Dark Knight's Metal. So I don't read a lot of comic books now.
Oh yeah, no, this one's super messed up. He's like, he's the evil version of Batman.
Dude, like,
Nice.
so basically, Bruce Wayne from one of the many worlds in the dark multiverse. So it's a twisted inversion of the main DC multiverse. On Earth 22, the Joker successfully deduced Bruce's identity as Batman, killed Commissioner Gordon while unleashing a devastating attack on Gotham that left many children in the city orphaned. As Batman battled his foe, he throttled him to death, causing the Joker to unleash toxins from his dying body that infected the Dark Knight, warping Bruce's psyche into a blend of his keen, strategic mind and the Joker's deranged love of mass murder. Bruce brutally killed all his allies, including most of the Bat family and the Justice League, before they could realize what had happened to him. Corrupting his own son Damian into a sinister bat boy, along with several of Gotham's new orphans, the Batman Who Laughs was recruited by the dark bat god Barbados to lead his invasion of the DC multiverse. It sounds awesome.
It's basically the most metal story you've ever heard
Dude,
of.
like, look at this. Like, look
And
at
it's
that
called
shit.
Batman Metal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, how dope is that?
They're the hardest metal band you've ever seen.
I'm surprised that there's not, like, a band that... there's got to be someone that does that, right? Like, almost looks like BDSM, like, metal shit.
I'm sure.
That's not Guar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that actually does do like BDSM stuff on the stage.
Ooh, well.
Hell yeah.
I'm not kidding. They're called like the Genitorturers. I was really never into their music, so I never felt the need to go see them.
You know, speaking of DC stuff, I guess segue.
Yo.
So no one's been no one cares about the Arrowverse and any of that stuff anymore.
No
really.
one does. Nope.
But I did
It's
go
about
back.
10 years too late.
I did go back and start watching all of the recent crossover stuff.
Okay.
And the first one that I hadn't caught up was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it turned out that crossover wasn't bad. They had a crossover with Planet X or Universe X,
Okay.
where basically Nazis invade the Arrowverse, and all of the heroes are Nazis, so they have to fight themselves as Nazis. And it turned
That
out
sounds like something that the WB would do. Well, I guess D or
CW.
CW.
So
On the WB.
So then Oliver Queen
Hello,
turned
my
out to be the
baby.
Fuhrer,
Hello, my honey.
and he was leading the Nazis. And then they had like Nazi Supergirl, and then they had the opposite Flash, and they were all like wearing SS badges and stuff.
Oh my god.
And at one point, they actually like, spoilers by the way, they kidnapped.
Whoa.
They kidnapped
Wait, how long ago was this
2
made?
years ago.
This is only 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't that the big super collaboration that they
No,
did?
that was last year.
Was that last year?
Well, no,
Okay.
yeah, no, it was 2 years ago. But now the biggest one is coming out this year in like 2 months.
With
or
like
something.
Tom Welling and all
Yeah,
of
that's the big one that
Yeah,
everyone's kind of like, oh, I might actually come back and watch this because it sounds like
There's
it's,
like 7 Supermans or something like that in
I'm
this.
really curious to see what you just pulled up on your TV here.
Came across a really funny article. But thank you for that, by the way, for Arrowverse. I didn't even know this existed. So the title is "Man Suing Another Man Over Yu-Gi-Oh Cards," and Amy Schumer is in the audience.
I'll be damned.
why?
Because why not go watch Judge Judy? You can.
She's like so happy about it too.
Oh my god! Like I'm gonna be famous. Oh wait.
He tried to sell my cards to a local vendor through Facebook. But I love stuff like this so much. Where it's like, he took my cards. But some of like the old school Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is like
Super valuable.
very
now.
valuable. Like,
I remember when that was all like
I still have
super
all of my
huge.
Exodia cards.
Exodia, obliterate.
Got into a fight with some kids over. They threw down the God cards, and I threw down Exodia, and I was like, so who wins here?
Well, Exodia.
That's
Because
what
all the pieces of Exodia, you win.
That's what I said, but then they were like, well, the God cards are better. And I was like, yeah, but they're illegal. And they're like, well, so is Exodia. I was like, guess no one wins.
I don't think Exodia is banned.
Hold on.
Well, it didn't matter because
It's not in the meta now, obviously, because like
didn't
everything's,
matter
like, way
because
better
they
now.
got mad at me. So I flipped over my trap card, which was self-destruction, and I wiped out everybody's life points, and no one won
See, the best thing you
because
can
I'm
do,
petty.
the best one. So I played a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh the game, like the handheld games and stuff like that. And my go-to is Magic Cylinders, because it's just like, oh, you did 3,000 damage to me. Well, you actually take it right there. It was the most bullshit card. So you'd go against some dude that would summon, ultimate blue eyes, and
Yeah.
it's like 4,500. It's like, that's cute, and you just took that damage to yourself and you're dead. The end.
Indeed.
So
I had one of those.
and now
later-
Yu-Gi-Oh is like way more complicated now than.
I had one of those later Red Eyes Black Shining Dragon or
Hell yeah,
whatever
dude.
that thing was, and it was like whatever that Black Knight was.
Exodia is not banned.
Ah,
Exodia is not banned. It's you can only have one of each piece of
Yeah.
Exodia.
And it's hard because you're having to mill through your deck. But
Yeah.
there's like nowadays it's so much easier to get things into like the graveyard or banished,
yeah,
and then you can get it out quicker that way. That's just the only thing. It's too inconsistent.
yeah.
I watch a lot of stuff about like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon card game. Like it's very fascinating nowadays, but it evolves so quickly. And it's kind of like,
Yeah, and granted, what I just looked up was a couple years old, so they could be different now.
they're
could be banned.
they're prone to change. But I was thinking about it, the podcast that I was editing, the previous one that we did, and it made me think about like loot box stuff. You know, when we talked about how, you know, loot boxes and getting an unfair advantage, and well, if you just throw a bunch of money at it, then you know you're setting
That's
yourself
what all
apart.
card games were.
And that's exactly what like these card games are now. Like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
That's
stuff
what they've
like
always been.
I mean, now because there's so much money.
mean-
now like a tournament, you can win
I mean-
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I guess there's a difference because it's tangible. You can hold cards in your hand, you know, and you know some of these cards have more value than others. But
what they'll do
First
is that
edition Charizard is still $1,000.
I had one too.
damn boy, you missed out.
Yeah,
I got 2
Damn boy, why haven't you cashed one of them in?
because none of them are first edition.
Well, that doesn't. Then
Then
you
you
don't
don't
have
have one.
two.
Nope, I just have 2 Charizards.
Oh.
Which is 2 more than they used to have.
nice. So
Sick.
and I guess that's what's crazy about like going into like the loot box things that we talk about is now just imagine where I can artificially increase the value of a card because it's popular in a professional setting. And that's the crazy part is there might be tournaments coming up where that one card is worth hundreds of dollars. But the chances of you winning a tournament where you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can go, yes, I need to have that card in my deck. Or I need to have this set of cards in my
Yeah.
deck. And then that cycles through every few months or so. So then like every, you know, year, every few months, there's a new meta. So you have to get new cards, and then because more people are snatching them up, they become more valuable. I mean, you can spend an insane amount of money trying to play it as a professional player.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
you know Steve, right, Tyler? You remember Steve? I mean, he does Pokemon tournaments.
Pokemans.
Yeah, he does Pokemon tournaments. Like I know for a fact he's gone to Indianapolis for tournaments. He went to Nashville for a tournament. Like he went to Atlanta, I believe, as well. Like he goes all over. For
Earlier
these
this year, we had it in Columbus. We had a world tournament.
Yeah, I mean, he goes all over the place doing this stuff. It's crazy.
So I just think that's fascinating. So do we have a main story we want to jump right into?
Ooh, do you guys want to do some K-pop news?
I would love to do some K-pop news.
All right. Big word on the street is, so you remember last time we got together and on podcast number 6, I broke the news that Amber had left SM
Yes.
and that we were speculating that Luna was soon to go.
Yes.
That is now confirmed.
Okay.
She did leave.
I cry.
So now FX is dead because there's only 2 people left and they haven't done anything with music. Well, one of them did, and it was Sully, who wasn't even in the band anymore because she quit in like 2015.
Great.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
And everybody else is too
Oh,
busy
yeah.
doing,
It's all coming together.
they're all too busy
Nice.
like acting, all the 3 people who are left, and one of them's not even a member anymore. So, yeah. So FX
Let 'em
is
live.
gone.
Well, it's
And then
Things come and go,
Yeah.
and it's no different in the music industry. You can have an amazing group, but you know if they wind up doing other things, circumstantially or not.
but
it is what it is.
it's such a in this day and age too. It was so hard. Can you imagine? First off, like maybe a good example would be like Dio, you know, like doing his own thing. Like imagine in that time, if you were already part of a band and then you part ways and you have to like have your own identity. It was so much harder to do that years ago than it is now.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
when you're branching off, like now you can be as successful as when you were
You could say
Black Sabbath, you know?
You could say he was left on his own, like a rainbow in the dark.
oh boy.
By the way, not the most timely metaphor that I've given right there.
No.
There's a million other ones. Hell, I
Great,
could have
now
just
I
done-
have to listen to Dio on the way home. Thank you.
But like nowadays, you can be a group and you can get your name out and get the who you are, and then do your own project and then be almost as successful as when you were like in that one person. It's so much easier nowadays.
Yeah. So-
you know, especially with people that can invest in you, and you can have campaigns, and you can have Indiegogos, and you know, like you can have many ways to generate money to make these projects happen.
Yeah.
And hell,
So-
all you need now is a camera and audio equipment, and you can basically do
What we're doing?
do now, do
Exactly.
anything.
So, other big news was Taeyeon held a Q&A on Instagram, as she periodically does.
Okay.
And some controversial answers came out. Somebody asked her, please leave SM. And she was like, why?
That wasn't a question. ...
I know. But they said it anyway. And then somebody else commented, please stay with SM. And she again replied, why? And then all these news places were like, is she planning on leaving? Question mark. A billion exclamation points.
Gotta get that
Okay,
clickbaity
so-
title.
Okay. Yeah, super clickbaity. But here's the thing. She didn't say she was doing either way. What she was
didn't.
doing either way. All she had asked
Also,
was,
they just confirmed that she has a new song coming out like today.
there you go. All she did was go, why?
Why?
Leave SM. Why? She
Stay.
seems to be doing pretty damn well with SM
Or-
by herself right
Or
now.
stay. Why? Give me a reason to leave or stay.
Why?
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 Her song. Why?
Trying to see if there's anything new up right there. Yeah, none yet.
No, it was just like a picture.
Oh, Taeyeon.
Oh, why?
60 million views. Oh, my lord.
Yeah. Don't you remember this was the cool one that we covered a couple of years ago?
Who-
With the message from the thing with, oh my gosh, this is the guy that you kept asking, is he dead or is he not? And why?
Dean.
Dean!
Throwback. Holy crap. Potato Cam.
I think so.
I
This
think
was like-
I think this one is the one that had the shout out or like the kind of like nods to the video with Dean.
Yeah, because it was like the message inside the thing. And then it was a storyline for like a couple of months on the channel. It was like Corey's like, but where is Dean? Did he die?
We never got closure on that. Damn it.
We didn't.
Damn,
That's a good song.
It is.
Who's driving?
That was also the other question.
Wait a minute.
Is
She was
it
in a
Dean?
car.
Is
The
it
car
Dean's
was
dead ghost?
She was in a car. The car was moving. She's laying back, but
Yeah.
no
There's
one's
no-
driving.
but no one's definitely no one's with her.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember why we said that at the end of the music video because it came out that she went to a funeral. She was at somebody's grave and there was a bunch of pictures and Dean was in one of them or something like that.
Dude, I only went swimming once this summer.
Dean!
I know. I did.
You know,
like-
how,
I like
you know how
s-
many
I like-
times I went swimming?
None.
Yeah.
Is it because you're too buoyant?
No. Just never really came up, you know.
Or you came up all the time right there because you're so buoyant.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I sink, so like
Help!
yeah, I'd be
I'm
fucked.
dying.
Compass.
Man, look at
That's
all
good,
that.
man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
There was I and Y.
Yep.
I remember this.
And fine. I'm fine.
But yeah, Grace.
Oh god, tank bull.
Oh.
I knew he was gonna bust it out for that game. Anyway, that is no. What is that theme? I know that. Oh, that's Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause Epica cover it. I love their cover of it. It's so good.
Yeah.
How good? Too good.
Wasn't that
Too good.
wasn't that Sound Horizon?
What?
Isn't that those are the ones that do it, right? Sound Horizon.
I think so. So many people have done it.
Yeah,
Or are you talking about like the actual people who did it for the anime?
looks like it. Because you see the thumbnail in the playlist there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Sound Horizon's good.
Bow. Oh, that's season 2.
No one cares about season 2.
Yeah, I don't.
Dude,
Anyway,
have you ever seen Sound Horizon stuff? By the way.
no.
Oh my god, dude! If I want to see them. They're so cool. There's like a whole like stage play that I've seen.
Ugh.
Like look at it, like oh dude, like look at this. Dude, they go all out. Watch this stuff. First off, there's like 500 people. Who's
That
that?
guy is my guy. I don't care who he is, but
He's
is
reading
my
from the
guy.
magic book of Celeron.
What?
Dude, I love Sound
You're right.
Horizon.
There is like 900 people.
It's like, why is there so many people here? Look at this. Here you go.
This is every girl in the group.
That guy is my guy too.
Oh man, look at his beard.
Like all these women in different colored outfits.
Joke's on you. It's Shin Dong copied 6 times.
I would definitely watch it then.
Do me a favor. When you're done doing this,
What do you got?
please look up Shin Dong, all the single ladies.
Oh God,
Please tell me.
is it SHIN?
Yeah, and then
D-
DONG.
Okay,
Sorry, you're gonna have to add in so many videos.
that's okay. All the single ladies.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I think the song's just called Single Ladies.
Or single ladies, sorry.
I don't listen to Beyonce. So
Neither do I,
know.
bitch.
Single. Late. Eric. Oh no. Oh jeez.
There it is.
This one?
Yep, it's 3.
Oh
it's
my
3
God.
members of Super Junior. This was
And Poker Face.
What is going on?
We probably should have just done a reaction to this. Well, we're doing it now, live on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Gaga is fantastic live, by the way. I just
Okay.
want to throw that out there.
This is it.
That is so funny. See, he's got the walk and everything too. See, I love someone that could just have fun with it and just
Well, yeah,
Can
but
laugh
when he
and-
does something, he could 100%.
he
commit.
commits. Yes.
Oh my God.
Look at him he gets low and everything. Look at this. Wow.
Wow.
You could tell
I
this was
am-
his idea.
I am absolutely speechless.
You know he's just like, you know what? Would it be really funny if I dress up like Beyonce and go out there and just tight leather?
And then I got low.
Oh my God in heaven. Well,
Wow.
that's so
That's
What-
that.
yeah, so I was really intrigued when I kind of saw this here with like Blizzard and Hearthstone, and so
China.
And just so you know, this is where the podcast gets very political.
I like to lick a lollipop.
Coming from Inside Gaming and South Park of all places.
So
Yeah.
basically, what happened was Hearthstone guy was, I guess, streaming with one of the grandmasters, and I guess he had made a comment about
Supporting the Hong
supporting
Kong
the
protesters.
protests, and then like, did you see like the 2 anchors, and they were like, "Eh," and they like went like cringed under their desks.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video. So for those of you who don't know what's going on in Hong Kong right now is that there are protests against the Chinese government. They want
I honestly feel like everyone should know what this is by now.
oh God, you're gonna make me watch Stuart fucking
Well,
Vardy.
Just yeah, he basically talks about liberate Hong Kong, and then the 2 announcers right there, they like hide underneath their desk, and like, so they dished out all kinds of suspensions and all kinds of, I guess they like suspended the guys or fired the anchor guys. I don't really know. I think the point of it is, if you read their bylaws or like their regulations of, you know, what it is to be a professional Hearthstone player for Blizzard, it's very like subjective. They're just like, you can't do anything to make us look bad or part of international affairs. You're like, okay. And he goes on a comment, and they go, well, you violated our terms.
And now bring your winnings down to 0.
Mhm.
And like literally, it takes all your money if you take a political stance on anything.
But I guess, and we've been in that situation too with, like, you know, Colin Kaepernick and all kinds of other things. So we've had different experiences and different things that are trying to be brought to light. I guess the question is there a time and a place, and was he in the right to do that? Was he in the wrong to do that? Or what do you take out of this?
So,
by the way, this protest has been going on since June.
yeah, it's been a big deal. I mean, riots and protests and wars going on with the police down there. It's a big deal. And
Basically, don't go to Hong Kong right now.
yeah, no, for
Yeah, you
sure.
should-
Do not go to Hong Kong right now because there is literally a war going on with the cops out there. So let proletariat Corey speak for a second.
Hold on, let me clear off everything here. Let me get comfy.
Okay, so here's the thing. China is an authoritarian communist country. There is no mistaking that. There is no denying that. If someone is upset by what I've said, you know what? I don't care. That's
just the facts.
That is just the objective facts. You know,
Oh man, we can't make that China money now.
whoops, darn. But but the thing is that these people are trying to fight to go and be an independent nation.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying to become their own state. There's going to be lots of blood spilled over this. So on one hand, I get where Blizzard is kind of coming from. I kind of get where they're coming from.
It's a very touchy
It's
subject.
a touchy
and
subject. The
arguably,
NBA took the same stance because
Yeah.
they have games that are played out in China.
Yep.
And so it's a very touchy subject. They're like, whoa, you know, hands off this.
especially when it comes to, like, the most their biggest audience.
Yeah.
Arguably,
yeah.
China has billions of people.
of
So
people.
you're like, we probably shouldn't get into this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. But
Because if
at
they
this-
didn't do anything, and this was just getting advertised over and over and over and over again, I mean, and then
Next thing you
Blizzard's
know-
being associated with the protest inadvertently.
And then,
Yeah.
They might not make any statements and stuff like that, but not say anything or not taking any action kind of would probably be the worst
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so like on one hand, I get where these companies are coming from. I get it.
well,
But
about their bottom line.
it is all about they are corporations at heart. End of story.
It's money first.
It is
Well, they
money
have
first for
shareholders,
them.
and they
That said, bad move. Real bad
especially
move.
since it's under the microscope.
And
Yeah.
you know, that no matter, you know, they can try and explain that away all they want. They can try, and you know, I'm trying to be as objective as I can here. It's like, I get it, but this looks bad.
Yeah.
It looks bad on the NBA too. Like, you know, they are openly supporting this. I mean, and mind you, you know, everyone's focusing on Hong Kong with China. Remember when we were talking about, Tyler, or maybe it wasn't you and I, maybe you were there, but it was Brandon and I talking about the Uyghur Muslims over there who are being just detained
Oh,
And slaughtered.
and slaughtered for transplant body parts.
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I brought it up.
You brought it up in a different podcast, right?
No.
No.
I brought up the conversation because I was talking about body parts for some reason.
As
And
as he
one
does.
does.
And then Brandon was like, speaking of body parts, have you heard what's going on in China? And
Yeah.
I was like, do tell.
So, you know, people have forgotten about that, and that was in like May. So like
Right.
that story broke.
They're still doing that, by the way.
They are still doing that.
The rich are still murdering people in trails to get the body parts they need to keep being rich and alive.
What's that one movie where, you know, people have like a certain amount of like time that they're allotted.
In time.
If they're rich, they get more.
In time.
And
In
they-
time with Justin Timberlake and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
And Emma
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it makes
It had
me
a very
feel right
interesting
now.
premise to it right there, but it wasn't really executed very well.
It's
Yeah.
not memorable enough for me to. It wasn't memorable
by the way,
enough to remember that
never
Emma
saw it.
Stone is in it.
I have it. It's seriously like 50 feet away from us.
Cool. Guess what? We're not gonna watch it.
Hold on. Hold on. Segue aside right there. There's no currency in that universe. Time is their currency. That right there makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, because every time you have to get a cup of coffee, isn't it like 9 minutes or something like that?
It does. But again, you have a
Man,
diminishing...
that coffee's taking minutes off your life.
At that point, you might as well chain smoking. Which, by the way, they don't say things of like, oh, what about the dude that, like, you know, smokes or drinks, or, oh, like, there's no tangible value for anything because time is supposed to be the main currency.
So basically,
but that's
world,
always dwindling. That makes no fucking sense.
So
it's like having gold and it's melting in your hand. Hey, quick, here, how much is that worth? Oh, thank you. Like, it makes no sense.
And essentially, in that world, there are no diseases. They've cured everything,
and everyone's 28 years old.
And they just figured out, okay, everyone wants to be 28. That's fine.
Because that's the other thing in the universe. You don't age.
We can't let anybody, like, we have to keep killing people because if we have too many people, we'll be overpopulated. So we just do this whole time currency
By the way,
thing.
the best part is you can assassinate someone by stealing their time in, like, an arm wrestling match. That's a real thing in the movie, by the way.
It wasn't memorable enough for me to realize that Emma Stone was in it. That should tell you everything.
I never watched this movie, and I already knew more about it than I should have.
He's like, I've never seen this movie, and I already hate it.
Okay, anyway, so back on topic, you know...
Go watch In Time, by the way. Everyone is wanting to get
Everything
that.
I just told you was what I got from the trailer I saw one time.
You're like Rain Man. Oh, my God.
Anyway.
He has savant syndrome. He can remember every detail.
So back on topic. Back on topic.
Isn't a syndrome basically a superpower?
Sure.
I can get really dark, but I'm not going to. So.
I was about to. Speaking of really dark, though, I thought of a new business idea.
Okay.
It's
oh, you said you wanted to bring it up, yeah.
Yes, it's a funeral home.
Right?
Oh, fuck.
But we call it Mourn Hub.
Right? Right?
I love it. I love it. The name gets me.
It's more. Hold on. Like I have text. I was talking about this with Jeremiah.
He says plans. Oh, hold on. Let's roll them out.
I do have.
Is this based on the meme?
Is there schematics?
Yes. That is exactly where the idea came from because someone put a sticker on a hearse and it just says Mourn Hub on it. I was like, I'm totally stealing that. You'll be burning up at all these hot prices on our cremation services. Here. This is why we need Patrick Warburton to do it. Because think about it. It's like, here at Mourn Hub, we have funeral strippers to liven up your event.
But that's already a thing.
We put the fun in funeral. It would be the perfect source.
Hold on.
Puns.
There's
already
is a celebrity death pool.
Mourn Hub is? Is
Yeah.
it really?
There was a celebrity death
No, funeral
pool.
strippers is a real thing. I know.
Yeah. Hold on, I just want to put strippers on. Here we go.
Anything to... Let's talk funeral strippers.
Pole dance for
Pole
the dead.
dance for the dead.
That sounds like a bad horror movie.
Dancing for the Dead, funeral strippers in Taiwan. Trailer 1. That means there's more than one trailer.
Man, how can you ever think
Where's
about...
that casket? Show me that casket.
How can you think about Mama now?
I miss you so much, Pop Pop.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Do I put the 20 here?
Oh, here we go. Oh. There's just grinding up on the casket.
We put the fun in funeral.
I mean, funeral is basically just a party for everyone who's still alive. So
Here at Mourn Hub, we aren't going to dissect your wallet to make sure you can afford a casket.
we're just gonna turn your
I've
loved
been
one.
thinking about this all week long.
We're just gonna turn your loved one into a Frankenstein monster instead, and let you kill them all over again. Johnny, is that you?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But Pornhub is a must.
But Mourn Hub
Mournhub is a must.
is your funeral must.
Oh man,
Jesus. That's just...
I'm telling you, it'll work.
I'm a sucker for a good pun for a company.
Mourn Hub.
fair.
I'm a sucker for it.
So, I assume we're done with the China thing then.
Well, we're never done with the China thing, but
That's true.
China's not even done with the China
and then
thing.
I saw a article from the New York Daily News that a body fat from a corpse leaked out and set a funeral home on fire, a crematorium on fire, and I just went, "You never have these issues at Mourn Hub."
He's talking like he actually owns the place.
You think? Listen,
You just need to be a marketer. That's all you need. You don't want to start a business. You just want to do really funny marketing ploys.
Damn straight I do, man.
Which, isn't that the dream for everyone?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Mourn Hub.
He just wants to run.
$500 million, please.
I just I'm taking that to Shark Tank.
You know what? I will say in the next like 10 years, we're gonna reach that point of like idiocracy where it's like, ow, my balls. That like we're gonna cross into the world of like, I can't wrap my head around that this is content for TV.
Yeah.
I need to find where this conversation happened, because apparently I'm at least a Saturday now. Jesus.
Well.
What else?
What else is going on?
What else is going on in our world?
Other
Let's see.
than
Oh,
Pornhub?
Other than
PlayStation 5 is coming out.
I saw that.
Holiday 2020.
Have they showed pictures? I've seen like some of these. Like,
No, they're all fake.
are they all fake?
Yeah, they haven't released any official pictures of anything.
Which sucks.
All they talked about was the brand new controller, which is apparently like, it doesn't have.
I keep seeing this one.
Yeah, it's fake, and that's fake. The V's are all fake. Until I see a thing that says PlayStation 5, I'm not gonna believe anything.
Is that the controller?
That's what people think is the controller.
Damn. That's swank.
Why would you want to? First off, why would you want like an actual screen
On your
controller?
I don't know.
I fucking
Supposedly
chuck my
it's-
controller into a wall
Exactly.
almost on a semi-daily basis.
Apparently, there's not to mention the controllers would be like $100.
Oh, first off, yeah, they'd be stupid expensive.
Oh, I can't wait for that Ghost of Tsushima to come out, though. Ooh, that's gonna be good. But the controllers are supposed to have two different interactions, and like they're doing away with the rumble, and so the trigger finger or the trigger is supposed to simulate like how taut
it.
like it's supposed to simulate if you were gonna do a drawback on a bow,
Okay.
or it'll change. What am I trying to say? The pushback on the trigger, depending on if you're like what kind of gun you're shooting to.
Oh, so it would have different resistance?
It has different resistances.
Dude,
for
that'd be
what you're
fucking
doing.
wild.
And then they're like, and if you're doing sword fighting, it'll have even different resistances.
I haven't had a proper sword fight in years.
He's still alive, but he's 89 and he doesn't look great.
Look how cool that thing looks, though. Like, again, I'm not crazy
It
about the
looks bulky,
screen,
I
but
hate
it looks way crazy larger than this.
Yeah, I would just want that, but with
Here's-
whatever they're talking about.
Here's my thing, dude. And I listened to Joe Rogan's podcast with John Carmack, and he was talking about like VR and everything. Dude, I might just like fucking flat out just get a VR headset and not even worry about like a console, because like I can really like they're trying to do stuff that VR can do way better. So I don't know. We're trying to make a more immersive experience. But dude, what's more immersive than, a VR headset, headphones,
I'll tell you.
like there,
I'll tell
and
you
then a
what's-
flashlight over you. I mean,
Listen,
what's more immersive than that?
I don't need the full immersion of VR. I'm already blind enough with tunnel vision. I get immersed anyway.
I'll tell you what's
It's like I'm in a tunnel all the time. Who said that?
I'll tell you what's more immersive. If you want to feel more immersive in combat, go into real combat.
That's a great point.
Can't get any
Just
more
get into a
immersive
fight.
than that. Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
get
go
into a real
outside,
fight.
pick a fight, and if you get tired of the guy, just stab him right in the chest. It'll be fine. Then you can do
It's not going to be fine, but
You can do GTA in real life and really figure out how those cars really drive. Turns out not
Fair
so
enough.
well when your heart's pumping a billion beats per second.
Ooh, excuse me.
Just run outside and stab someone. Knife to meet you.
And then
Look how stupid that looks right there.
that's dumb. What is that? It's supposed to be like
Like a switch
like
with a controller.
That's dumb.
Dumb. Already done.
Already get out of here with that crap.
Now it looks like shit. Look at this right. This looks. Oh, it looks like a Dreamcast controller.
Yeah. Man, it looks exactly like the old one.
Fair enough. Stress sensor.
I am stressed.
All you have to do is
Me
put it.
too, buddy.
All you have to do is put it in your ass, and it'll tell you how stressed you are.
You are very stressed.
That's why it's so bulky.
Grab shake weight. Here's
With
cab
a shake
fare.
weight attachment.
Here's cab fare.
8K.
It will have 8K rendering.
That's gonna, dude. Why? Well, I get it. I get it. If you're gonna hold it for 7 years, 6 or 7 years, you
Yeah,
need to
and then you want that.
future-proof it.
You gotta future-proof it. I mean, the new
Yeah,
whatever.
but is that really going to be worth like the $800 this thing's going to cost?
Well, now they're saying that they dropped the price on it, so it's not gonna be $800
Okay.
anymore.
Yeah, remember how they said they were losing money on the PlayStation 4 and they dropped the price on this?
Let's be honest. I don't know that they were ever losing money on the PlayStation
that's
4.
why I didn't really comment on that a lot.
Because
It sounded
when you
like
sell
bullshit.
over 100 and some thousand or 100 million some consoles.
Look at that controller. That looks pretty cool.
That's tight
The
like a
Thrustmaster. Oh my god.
Chris is getting hard just thinking.
Look at this. Oh my god.
the official
So much thrusting.
the official game controller of Brojob.
Player opponent 2 million activations. That's ridiculous.
Pre-calibrated.
Get out of here.
I bet that thing costs like $200.
Probably.
Wow, those buttons move like they're supposed to.
Man, you know what?
Oh my god, and rear buttons.
Oh,
know-
we all have a rear button.
We call it the auto reset. Make you forget everything.
Oh my god, a mute option? Oh my god.
You know what?
You'd have to pay more for that.
You know what it won't do though? Work when you throw it against a wall.
That's the thing. It's like so customizable, and then you like drop it from your coffee table, and it like blows up into a million pieces.
You're like,
Well,
wow,
that was $200 gone.
I didn't know I was playing a Lego set.
I love that too, like dead zone adjustment. I like it where you can like actually set where in the trigger it activates. That's pretty
I
cool.
mean, it's cool that you can pull all those
That's
things out
neat.
because those are all the things that break out very quickly on your controller.
Fair.
There's so much PS5 stuff on the YouTube right now.
Yeah, that's because everyone's like, oh, let's speculate. Then PlayStation's sitting behind them like, they don't know what it looks like or what it'll do. This is hilarious.
I like how the dude took the Valve controller and then just like smoothed it out. I actually really like the Steam controller.
The Steam controller?
I have it over there.
I don't think I've ever actually seen the Steam controller.
Looks kind of like that.
We'll have to look at it later.
It's
Wow.
smooth.
Wow.
There's no joysticks.
How about
Well, that's
that?
weird. I don't know how to feel about that.
It's really good if you're playing like a Portal game. Like it's like that's really how it was kind of designed in mind.
I
Like, it's
that
really good
title.
for accurate
PS5 price confirmed? No.
They question it and answer it in the same line.
Man, it's like I don't even need to click on the video now.
Oh, that saved me the 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Oh, there's a cat. Yeah, it just goes back to it's the same shit every time there's a new console coming out.
Here's what it could look like, and then everyone's wrong.
But here's the thing. That means jack shit of like how it's gonna look right there.
Until they actually release it.
It really matters the hardware behind it. And this thing is gonna be fucking huge.
Oh,
Games are getting, you know, with we talked about with ray tracing
If that
and
thing,
8K.
that
This
thing's
thing is
coming
going
with
to be
a solid
fuck-
state drive. If it doesn't have a 10 terabyte solid state drive in that thing, it is.
You're
not
gonna play like 4 games and have to delete shit.
exactly. It's gonna be like everybody right now who are like, I don't have any more space on my PlayStation. So are we gonna like drop this new thing or what? That's half the reason anybody bought a Pro is because they're running out of room, but they didn't want to delete their stuff
Yeah,
because they're like, these are all games I'm gonna go back to.
yeah.
I don't want to have to re-download.
we
them.
all think we're going to go back to games, and then we just never do.
It's true.
Did you see my giant bag of PS3 games that my sister-in-law gave back to me? Wow, words are hard.
No.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good stuff in there.
Oh, so you got them back.
I did. and I'll never play them probably.
But you got them back.
That's good. That's a good point.
But-
I could take them to GameStop and get $7.
I'll tell you what, and you want to talk about the best money for your investment, GTA 5 is still your best bet for money.
Dude, they're still rolling out that stuff. They just did the casino stuff.
Casino stuff, 7 years after that game came out.
That game's been out for 7
Is it
years.
7?
2013.
What?
7 years later, they are still rolling out brand new content.
Didn't they just
for
roll
that.
out some stuff for GTA 6? Like, didn't they just?
They're talking
show-
about like it could come out at launch.
Neat.
I don't know if I believe
It's
that.
fake. Oh man, everything's fake.
Everything's fake. You should know this. Everybody's
Oh, look at that! They're hugging. That's cute.
Everybody's talking about two things: GTA 6
Ooh,
and PS5.
tight.
You know what they're not talking about? The next Xbox.
Shenmue 3.
True. That either.
Has that come out yet?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
What? Shenmue? Shut up. You're fucking with me, right?
I don't know what you're talking about either.
What? Oh, I guess it did come out, didn't it? Or early access.
Oh, I do know
Yeah,
this. I
Shenmue.
have seen this
Remember
before.
like 5-6 years ago when PlayStation did crowdfunding for Shenmue 3 and people were like, "Oh, okay." What? Dude, come on.
Nope.
Hold on. This will be the last little bit and then we'll
We'll end the pod.
Shenmue 3 crowd reaction. Shenmue 3.
Max reacts.
Dude, Maximilian Dude's my guy.
This is great airtime, by the way.
I can always edit this down. Crowdfunding. People like to hear us make all kinds of sounds.
Do they? Do they really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to hear me make sounds?
Well, when you say it like that. So yeah, it was like they basically come out on stage and they're like, "Hey, we're making Shenmue." And everyone's like, "Wow!" And they go, "Hey, you could totally buy your way into this video game. We'll put your name on it. You know, put your name in the game and all this other stuff." And then it made like $200 million or something stupid like that.
Ridiculous.
In other words, in other news, I finally beat Dynasty Warriors
Oh.
by myself. That was
Excellent.
fun. Big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Once I got to those last few nations,
They're hard.
yeah.
You did it.
They got a lot of resistance built up in those nations.
Yeah, man. Like, once you get to the end of that, it's like, oh my God. It's literally taking me the entire hours to try and, like, finish this off. It's just me. Like, if Brandon was there, it wouldn't have been an issue, but good God.
So,
Yeah.
all right. I think it's about time that we wrap this thing up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, we could talk about an hour. We could talk an hour about nothing.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's what's great about a podcast.
We, although we did get a little political here.
Yeah, we
It's
got some-
important to know about what's happening in the world around you.
And then be depressed about it later.
There's that.
That's what alcohol's for.
I haven't had a beer in like a day. I need one bad. So
In a day?
listen,
Look,
listen,
look,
He has a child.
look,
and another on the way. So
look. It's okay. I have one every day myself. At least one every day.
and it's funny. The older you get, the more you're like, this is the only reason why I'm alive.
Ah,
And
beer,
then,
you don't betray
then for
me.
this weekend, Tyler, I did get my my 2 gallons of apple pie moonshine made.
Ooh,
Excellent. And I'm breaking out my Haftekried.
That was
Bless you.
that was a word.
Bless you.
Yeah.
But no, I'm only taking 1 gallon over though.
Boo.
The rest is for me.
All right.
I'm gonna sneak you in the movies in my tummy.
God, I will get so drunk. I tried it too. Like I tasted because I only have the 2 pitchers and those are each a gallon.
Yeah.
But like there was still a little extra afterwards, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
drank it the night I made it. You can't even taste it. You can't taste the alcohol.
And then you're just like, oh
I
you
boy.
know those like souvenir cups you get at
Yeah.
like hockey games? There was
Yeah.
enough to fill up one of those, so I drank it.
And
How drunk were you?
I had a good buzz. I had a good buzz.
pretty good.
I was
So-
just like, woo. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's how you know fall is around the corner, when everyone wants to get hammered drunk on spices.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll just wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for watching. We always have a good time doing this here in our crazy world that we live in. All kinds of fun stuff happening. So
Yes.
we want to bring you in.
Do you?
We want to bring
Do you really
in
want to go in though?
all the way.
Dangerous world.
I want to be fully
All the way
immersed.
to the base.
Show me the Terminator.
Come with me if you want to come. Come on. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Do it.
Do it. Do it now.
Get to the cockter. We'll see you next time, everyone. Take care.
Come on.
Bye.
Bye.